It's 6 o'clock.
Hello.
Oh, that's great. Wow. Welcome to the Pink Floyd experience.
I like it. I'm digging it. I think it's
Hey, dude, I promise you I'm trying to get that taken care of. I don't know what's going on.
I hate to call out Melissa Hudgens, but I think it's because her phone's not muted.
Yeah, let me mute that.
Bam. There we go. Nice. What's up, brother? Well, now you're muted. You muted yourself.
I give up. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah. Shannon, you got to mute yourself, babe. There we go.
Done.
Nice. What's up, Robert? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, sir. How about yourself?
Woo. I'm good, man. Just nonstop coach calls. It's fun. I love it. This is the fun time, man. This is the push.
I get that, brother. Well, I promise, because I know you are backed up 90 days to nowhere tonight. So I want to make sure that we make good use of your time. I am going to press the handy dandy record button if we could. And actually, I believe we're already recording. So, yeah, we already are recording, but
yes, you are.
So great, buddy. And hey, believe me, I've got a list of questions a mile long, but we won't get we'll maybe get to a quarter mile of them tonight and just leave the rest for interpretation. But if we could do a favor and
hey, look.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is your call, bro. So, I mean, if there's specific questions you want to make sure that we answer for your team, then you ask those questions. This is for you.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. Well, first and foremost, man, let me just tell you a couple things, couple housekeeping notes just for everybody that's on the call. I know there's only about 21 on here right now. We're expecting well over 100 to 200 tonight. And if for some reason there's just not an opportunity for them to get on, I apologize to them. It kind of stinks. But by the way, how's my internet connection with you? Is it okay, Joel?
A little wobbly. It's kind of in and out, but I'm getting the gist of what you're saying.
All right. Well, I'm going to do something. I'm going to try to connect via my phone. because I'm on satellite internet instead of my typical cable internet, which sucks. And so if I'm able to go on here, and I don't know how to do it from my phone because I just got a new iPhone X, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do it. But anyway, regardless, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just do what we got, brother.
You gotta love that thing.
Yeah. So
well, I tell
housekeeping notes.
I tell you,
What's that?
I was going to say, I tell you what, I can. Well, I tell you what, because you guys have a cap on this. Is that the problem right now?
No, I don't think we've even reached the cap. I know we're going to have more people come on here in just a minute, but it's just what they,
Okay.
We're going to have more people that'll be popping in on this, so it's all good. So what I want to do before we get started is, just for everybody that's on here on the call right now, I want to make sure you do something because it's important, because you will get the most out of this call. So many times with Zoom calls, we all get the Brady Bunch vision, which is like the whole screen filled up with little squares, and we look like the beginning of the Brady Bunch. Up in the top right-hand corner of your screen is a little thing that says Speaker View. Click on that, and that way you can see either myself, or more importantly, you can see Joel while he is talking. It's going to fill your screen. That way you can concentrate on him. You can concentrate on what he's talking about, and you're not going to have to worry about, all of the different little screens and different little people picking their nose or whatever they might be doing in the interim. So anyway, and if you're coming on while your feed should be muted, please do us a favor, and if you can, just go ahead and mute your personal line if for some reason it is not muted. So, but anyway, aside from that, Joel, let me just tell you, brother, man, we are super excited to have you on the call tonight. Let me just tell you, just from a personal point of view, I can't wait. I'm sick of – I love the B4 Lift 4, but I'm ready for something greater than 20-minute workouts. I'm sorry. I just am. I did your workout while we were at Summit. I've been looking forward to these, man. I love the back to the basics workout programs that are just are set to something more than just trying to adhere to a timeline or trying to fit a square peg into a square hole. I like – just getting back to basics, getting it done, and really going forward to it, man. So I cannot wait till July 16th when it actually gets rolled out for those of us who got the sneak peek and we're able to do Lift 4. And I'm stoked and cannot wait for that thing to come out. It's absolutely a breath of fresh air, and I couldn't be more excited, not only for a program, but man, I can't be more excited for you, because I just love the way you come across to people. I love the way you're a no-nonsense type of trainer. And while you're funny and engaging, you're not corny and goofy, which I can say that because that corny and goofy guy that everybody knows is one of my close, dear friends, and I make fun of him all the time. So anyway, congratulations on this, and dude, we're absolutely stoked for it, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank
well,
you. I'm excited. I mean, we got 2 weeks.
Dude, absolutely. Well, let's just get into the gist of this, because people didn't get onto this call to hear me talk about it. They came to see your pretty face. So let's get into the brass tacks of a Lift 4 and what it's all about. I know, like I just said, Lift 4 wasn't like our other programs. So what do you, in your words, what makes this program unique than the other Beachbody programs out there? And let me kind of piggyback on that. Why do you think Beachbody as a whole, because we got these titles and trainers, why do you think that Beachbody needs Lift 4?
So many reasons, man. I mean, we don't have time to talk all about that. But so first of all, hi everybody. Video chat. You can wave back. Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me. And yeah, I'm excited. Like we're 2 weeks out from this thing. I feel like it's been a lifetime, and it's coming up, and I'm so excited. So with Live For itself, and to give you a quick little tribal history breakdown of where this came about. I've been in the fitness industry now for over 15 years, and have been involved in every facet of the health and fitness world, from the gym side to the government side of Washington State Department of Health, where I worked for 4 years, and then the home fitness side. I've been with Beachbody now for almost 7 years, which is crazy to think about. 6 or 7 years, and I've seen a lot, and I've gotten around in the fitness world, one might say, and yet what I've realized is we're still having the same conversations, right? Like 80% of the population don't work out, and we still can't keep people working out on a fitness program, and people are still quitting the gym, and people are still, saying I don't have time to work out. Like, we're doing better, but we still haven't done that great, and that's been bugging me. And so when it came to designing this program, and this is like 2 years ago now, when Carl and I first started chatting about it and saying, what would this look like if I was to do something like this? I was like, let's go after this a different way. And let's go after the way that Carl and I like to work out, which is we don't. And how we like to eat, which is not eating kale. So we wanted to go after this a different way. And let's make something that's realistic for everybody. And what I mean by that is, like, look, we all want to be healthier. We want to be fitter. We want to look good naked, and we want to eat tacos on Tuesday. Right? And we want our wine, and we want our cake, and we want our pizza, and we want our burgers. Like, that's reality. Like, every one of us has something that we like to eat. And, I know that whole saying, like, don't reward yourself with food. You're not a dog. Well, woof, woof, man. Call me a dog, because I love to reward myself with a cheeseburger on the weekends. Okay. Right. That's my thing. And a beer. And maybe two. Like, I love those. Like, that's what I do. And so I was like, and you can still see results. You can still get results. You can still be happy with that. And because it's not a mystery anymore. We know what we should and shouldn't eat. Like, it's not a mystery. We know we shouldn't eat the pizza and the tacos and stuff like that. But doesn't mean we're not going to. So right. I was like, why don't we put together, like, why don't we bring it back to this basic concept and basic fitness foundation, basic exercise science and nutrition, and just go from that standpoint. And let's go, like, because we've swung it so far this direction of extreme workouts and extreme dieting and nutrition and this and that. I'm like, let's go back to the basic stuff that we know works and is realistic and sustainable for people to do, not just for 8 weeks, but for the rest of their life. And with all of that, let's put something together that actually will work into people's lives versus them having to feel like they have to change their life around these workouts. And that's just because that's not sustainable. So Live For is truly, I feel, the first program maybe ever that you literally can move it how you need to based on whatever is happening in your life that day, that week, that month. And I think it's going to be great, because I think that's what people are going to see.
Right. Now, and I'm just going to go off and just ask a question to kind of talk about that one thing. And I hope we don't get too much off on a tangent here. But being that it's 4 days a week, okay, and then what I'm excited about is to see the 32 unique workouts instead of just having to do the same workout, maybe the same one every week for 4 weeks and then switching it up a little bit. But yeah. On those days off, if you're looking, and let's just say, because one of the things I loved about hearing your story at Summit was talking about how you used to manage gyms, you sold memberships, you did all this type of stuff where, you trained and whatnot. So let's just say you're putting together a program for a John Q customer or Jane Q customer, and you gave them 4 days of working out. Okay. What would you do with those other 3 days? I mean, so because that's what we're going to get. Oh, so you're telling me I only have to work out for 4 days a week? Am I just going to sit around and do nothing for the other 3? What are you thinking of, an active rest, or what are you looking at?
Well, look, the whole purpose of the 3 rest days is twofold. One, from the workout perspective, look, you guys have hopefully all done at least the free preview, or you've been doing some of the before workouts. the pacing is nonstop. Your longest break in these workouts is 60 seconds.
Which
and yes,
sucks.
those workouts are only 20 minutes. So imagine that. Well, just wait, because when you have that at 30 to 40 minutes, that's intense, man. Like your longest break in this entire program is 60 seconds. Every single workout. That will be the longest break you'll ever get from me. Because I believe that just get in and get it done. Like this whole talking and breaks and blah, blah, blah. Like you're not going to have time to check your Instagram in between your breaks. Like you just let's just go. And in doing that, combined with the style of training that we're doing of weightlifting, which is the classic weightlifting techniques of hypertrophy training, 3 sets of 10, going to a 75 to 85% of your max weight. We're breaking down your muscles while we're doing this, which is a good thing. We want to do that to make them stronger. So in doing that, and then on top of that, adding the HIIT element to the end with the high intensity aspect of it, we're spiking you're spiking your metabolism, ultimate caloric burn. With those 30 to 40 minutes, you're done. Like you should be done at the end of those 30 to 40 minutes. And then what we do, and that's why taglines for the program is results in the recovery, is because for the first time, you're actually going to give your body the necessary time that it needs to fully recover and come back stronger. Right. And that's something that has not been happening. And overtraining is a real deal. People have been doing it. People that because you feel like the mentality has been shifting to one side where you feel that the more you work out, the better, or you're actually trying to get the results that you want when actually most of the time you're going to be overdoing it. So I see all the time people are posting, they're like, I did 2 workouts today. I'm like, why? It looks horrible. I don't want to work out twice. Let me just work out 1. So like 1 good one, and then you're done. So that's one of the two aspects about this is the fact that I'm going to smash you in these workouts and then give you the time that you need for during the rest days to recover. Now, with that said, the rest days are also the other aspect about this. The second one is to actually let you live your life and let you do activities that you love to do. We get one of the number one questions I've seen anytime a new program comes out. Core to Force is part of it too, where people are like, hey, can I do this program and train for a marathon? Can I do this program and do this and do that? And usually the question is, no, you can't, because you won't get optimal results because of the overtrain. That's gone with this program. The only thing that I ask to get optimal results with this program is on your rest days is you don't lift, you stay away from the weights, and you stay away from HIIT. You stay away from high-intensity interval training. That's it, to give your body the full rest. But if you want to swim, bike, run, kayak, wakeboard, tennis, chase your children, that's an activity. Like, it's just to live your life. It doesn't mean you're sitting on the couch waiting for the next workout. It's the fact that you can really get going and live your life and be active and let your body recover at the same time. So I get it. It's a different mindset. It's going to be a little bit of a mindset shift from people who are coming out of 80-day obsession, for instance. People are doing 6 days a week, but you have to remember too, the workouts are different, the pacing is different, the structure is different, and the focus is different as well. So, but I promise you, you're not going to lose your gains, or you're not going to lose results. Like, I'm not let's think like common sense logic here. Like, we would never put out a program that doesn't work, that makes you worse. Okay, like let's be realistic here in the expectation. So no, it just means don't lift, don't HIIT. And just actually live your life and for once give your body the chance it needs to recover.
Great. And now I know that because we put, I'm sorry, we put it out there for folks to invite maybe customers or people that are looking forward to this coming on, and possible challengers in this. And so one of the questions, though, that we have gotten from some folks is, okay, so why, other than the high intensity, the back to basics, things that we've already talked about, and I think you may have hit on it. So either tell me, hey, I already talked about that, or reiterate it again. Sometimes I'm seeing, even, especially because I've gotten into CrossFit before, I've been to the gyms, I've done all this stuff, and I think they're great. I think exercise in general is great. If you're moving, that's awesome. But it's not, a lot of times, even with those programs, and even some of the workouts that I've been doing here as of late, I'm not getting the results that I'm looking for. So why are you thinking that? What are some of the reasons that you see that maybe some of these workouts aren't doing that? Some of these workouts that people have been doing, whether they're going to the gyms or they've been doing the 6 days a week, no disparaging any of our other programs because, different strokes. But what do you think are some of the main reasons maybe those aren't working, that maybe this might be the thing they need to try?
Well, it really, it depends on specifically what we're talking about. And, CrossFit, I think, is a great example. CrossFit has been around for a long time. I did CrossFit back in my early 20s. So now we're going on 13-ish years ago, 14 years ago when I first did CrossFit. And it was literally the beginnings of it in the warehouse, nasty, gross, but it's intense stuff. And I myself at that point, I didn't have enough of a fitness foundation established. And I herniated 2 discs from going too hard and overtraining with it. So, it can be quite intense. And look, but if anything like that will work, if you have to build up a foundation of fitness first. And what we're doing here with Lift 4 and everything else, but Lift 4 specifically, of course, we're talking about, is we're talking like I'm going after the 80% of the population who are not exercising right now, okay? The people who are sitting on their butts, not doing anything. And those are the people that we have to establish, really anybody, but we have to establish a basic level of foundation first. Just like when you build a house, you got to lay the foundation first before you start doing anything else. And the basic foundation that's why this program has worked so well and has continued to working with people that have already been doing it, is because we established this foundation, whereas it hasn't always happened that way. And that's why I wanted to go back to basics with the weightlifting component and the HIIT component, because basics work. Now, when you start going for specifics, and if you're going for specific, workout of the day with CrossFit, or if you want to do fitness competition, something like that, then you have to dial it in and get really detailed. We don't need to get detailed, guys. We're going after 80% of the population that aren't doing anything. Those are the people we're going after. And we're talking just like the basic percentages of people who are just wanting to be fitter and look better naked and still enjoy their life. Like, those are who we're going after with this. And that's what Lift 4 will do. Now, it's going to work for everybody. This is how I train on a weekly basis. And my wife does too. If you see pictures of her, you know it works. It's so basic that it's almost crazy to think about how simple and basic it is and how well it works. But it really comes down to it is the exercise science is there, where you don't have to overthink it. Like I said, we're not building rockets, guys. We're just wanting to build muscle, burn calories, lose fat, and it is actually quite easy to do. So the other things are great, but you got to make sure you really know what you're doing. This is going to establish a foundation of fitness for people. Then they can move on to those stuff if they want to, but we got to lay the foundation first.
Right. Now, one of the things and I love that you're talking about, hey, there's so many times we think you gotta pinpoint somebody, and we're trying to find this much of the population, whereas we're actually trying to grab a hold of this much of the population. But one of the things that really hit me when I listened to you talk with Carl on stage at Summit was when you talked about how important we as coaches, how important they are to this. Now, so let's just say I'm making you a coach. You're not the super trainer, but I'm making you a coach in this. Why are you or we as coaches so valuable with Lift 4? Because I think being that it's a great program in and of itself, how are we going to be a much more value add to helping folks get better results?
Well, look, you guys, my job is not to sell Lift 4. That's your job. Like that's what and that's you. My job is to give you everything that I can and teach you everything that I can from my background of sales in the fitness world and how to create value in products. And that's what I did for so long. That's what I continue to do, is to help people see the value in the products that we sell. And then how that is going to benefit their life, because that's where the value is. Like that's that advertising 101. What's in it for me? Everybody, single person, when you watch any commercial on TV or see anything, there is always the what's in it for me that they address. And that's what it's about, is we want to know how it's going to make my life better. And you guys as coaches, my job is to give you this training and give you as much as possible about this program. Like, why did I create this program? Okay, now what can we do about it? And then my goal, that's why with the coach test group that's coming up that we start on the 16th, my goal is that those 8 weeks is to impart everything I have about Live 4 and this fitness world from my brain into you. And you don't have to know, like, don't worry about, like, it doesn't matter what your background is. You don't have to know the sciencey stuff and all this stuff. You just have to know what it's going to do for people, because that is what's going to create the value in it. And that's, that's the whole thing of, like, people, I get a lot of questions from coaches saying, well, how do you deal with price objections and this and that? And I get it. I've done it before. I was there too. But what I tell them, I was like, look, when there's value in something, when somebody sees the value in something, there is no question of price. We don't address it. Like the new iPhone X came out, right? Like, they're going to tell you it's too expensive. Like, people are going to tell you that technology is too expensive, and they're going to tell you through their iPhone that they paid $1,000 for. You know what I mean? Like, it's the value of something that people need to see. And that's where you guys come in, is to be able to talk to people, not talk at them, not read a script and say, okay, these are the bullet points it's going to do for you. That doesn't do any good, because you're just talking, you're reading to them, basically. Right. If you learn this stuff, start talking to people and really telling them, hey, look, Robert, specifically you, this is how this program is going to help you. You said you had a bad back. You said you had this and this and this. These are the things that this program is going to do for you. There's the value. It's a slam dunk, and you move on to the next person. You just keep helping people one after another. So that's the goal with the 8. That's the goal with the test group, is to get all you guys and hopefully every other coach. I want to see every coach in there. And I don't know why anybody. I don't know why you wouldn't want to. Is again this and to do these trainings and do these workouts and just get as much as you can. And then that's where you guys come in, is to go and share this product and all the great aspects about it.
Well, I'm going to and then I have a great question from Shannon Grella, who is on here. But I do have, before we get there, just real quick, ask, as far as, in your mind, are there certain non-negotiables with this particular program, whether it be when it pertains to nutrition and supplements, when it pertains to who knows? But if you were to go, listen, you're going to live your life. This is not about beating you over the head with weights and making you throw up every day with cardio and blow out discs in your back. But here are 1, 2, 3, or whatever it might be, non-negotiables if you want to get the absolute most out of this program. What would you say that might be?
Yeah, look, from a supplementation standpoint, there's one constant. The constant that you do every single day in this program, as you should be doing, is obviously Shakeology. That's your constant. That's your day to day. From the supplementation of Beachbody Performance products, my non-negotiable is Beachbody Recover. I think you have to have it. Protein is the building block for muscle, giving your muscles the protein that it needs, the additional protein that it needs right after a workout, post-workout is so amazing, is so trivial in terms of the timing and everything. It's so important. It really, really is. And you got to do it. And the nutrition plan is laid out. It's super simple, but with the Recover, I think you have to have it. I know there's people that can't do, if you can't do whey, if you can't do casein, Shakeology Vegan is a great replacement for that, because we've got a lot of questions about that, so you can do it that way. But I think you got to do it. I never miss my Recover. I love my orange Recover. I'm like addicted to Team Orange right there. It's good stuff. So, but yeah, and Robert, I saw the question from Shannon in the chat. So I only got 3 minutes left. So Shannon asking is it fine to rearrange the order of the workouts within the same week? To which I say careful on that. Now, moving the days, absolutely. So the workout calendar is set to where the suggested workout calendar is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday that you're working out. Your rest days are Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. If you got to move the days, I don't have any problem with that. In terms of moving the actual workouts around, just be careful. And the only reason I say that is because you just want to make sure that you really know why you're doing that, not just be like, don't move it just because I don't feel like doing leg day on Friday. Like if it's from a feeling perspective. Now, if you're marathon trained and your long run is on a Saturday, then yes, you can, flip flop a couple days as necessary. But just be, just definitely be careful what I would say to that. Oh, Shannon, let's see. As a follow-up, Shannon, the reason is you have a strong booty goals. Well, don't we all? And would like to move legs to Monday so you can do another leg day or two. I'm going to tell you this right now. Look, just give it a chance, okay? It goes back to what we talked about at the very beginning of overtraining and just giving your body a chance to really work and push and see what happens the first 8 weeks, okay? So do 8 weeks, trust me on it, and then let's talk. Is that a deal? Shannon, I see you right there. Thumbs up. Okay, cool. Trust the process. Trust your trainer. I would never steer you wrong, I promise you, because I want to work my booty too. It's all about the booty.
Well,
guys, work your butts, man. Girls, look at it.
Hey, that's awesome. Well, listen, I know you got to get off. You've got these lined up back to back to back to back, and let me just tell you, Joel, I'm super excited, and I know I'm not the only one. We have a lot of buzz on our team page and throughout our whole team, and I've watched you grow up through the pump, Les Mills pumped and core de force, and then now this, and I just think with your attitude, but also your business mind, my friend, and just what you're about. I've had the opportunity to work out with you on a cruise ship before in the gym, which was a lot of fun. But I couldn't be more proud of what you represent and how you're representing Team Beachbody and how you are just getting out there and putting something out there. And I just wish you much success, and I know this one is going to be a home run for you. And we us as a team, we certainly appreciate you taking the time and spend the time to just be real with us and talk with us. And man, anytime, we love to have you back on the call, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And look, you guys, with everything going on right now, of course, it's crazy, and I got these back-to-backs. But look. Get into if you're not in the test group yet, get into it on Facebook. If you haven't gotten the invite, throw it out there, and I'll make sure we post a link somewhere or something like that. And bring people in, man. Like, this is the chance. Like, this is the chance where you're going to get me for 8 weeks. Like, I'm going to sit right here in my office, and I'm going to be doing this right here. Like, we're going to get as many people in there. We're going to have all these conversations. We got 8 weeks, not just 30 minutes. We're going to have 8 weeks to have these conversations. So you want to learn more about it and get the best possible results. Now's the time to do it, and it's going to be great. And keep sharing stuff. And I'm posting stuff every day on my pages, Joel Freeman Fitness, and on social, on Instagram and Facebook, and just keep posting stuff. And we got prep week in 1 week. On the 9th, we're going to start prep week. I'll start being more active in the group, and we're going to start answering more questions, getting people excited. On the 16th, we're going to hit it 30 to 40 minutes. You're going to hate me, but you're like during those 30 to 40 minutes, but you're going to love what it does to you at the end of it. I promise you. Awesome, brother. Well, go get them. Don't work too hard, but dude, we're excited. So thank you so much, Joel. God bless. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, everybody else, don't get off. Don't get off, because just real quick, I want to just do some real quick announcements here at the end. Guys, like he said, in 2 weeks, we have 2 weeks, and we're going to be coming out with a preview. So if you haven't gone into Beachbody On Demand and got the VIP access, you're going to want to do that. And like Joel said, you're going to want to be part of this coach test group, but because of this coach test group concept, 80-day obsession, which, by the way, if you did it, God bless you. It was hard. It was 6 days a week. They were long workouts. The food program, the nutrition program was an absolute pain in the ass, but it was one of the most successful launches we've ever had. But it was because of this coach test group concept. So I tell you that to tell you this. This is a much better program that you can roll out to people, and you want to be part of this coach test group, and you want to help and get people in there, because like Joel just said, one of the greatest things about Shift Shop and that coach test group and that exclusive coach test group that he had in there, Chris was extremely engaging, and he was on there all the time doing live videos, and you could get on there at any time, and he would be on there, and you could ask him questions, and he was awesome. That's the way Joel's going to be with this coach test group too. So get in there. It is going to be access that most people will never get with the super trainer. So make sure you're doing that. Also, if you have questions, if you need resources, talking points, anything, more information,
Melissa has done an amazing job at posting all the information that we're getting in a Google Doc and uploading it to our Facebook page. So make sure you're getting on that and doing that. And again, if you haven't gotten the VIP access so that you can get the early access to the workout programs and don't have to wait till October, it's $30 for us coaches. Just get in there. You get four workouts, which are the B4 Lift 4 workouts. Even though they're only 20 minutes, they will still kick your ass. So make sure that you get those and that you start doing those and at least get a feel, because I promise you, from someone who's been a lifelong P90X soulmate workout guy and has been a CrossFitter and all this other stuff, I'm beyond excited for this program, and I cannot wait. I'm so looking forward, even though the 20 minutes have been doing great, I'm so looking forward to the real program. So get in there, get used to this, start spreading the word, and this is going to be a huge launch, and you want to make sure that you're not left in the dust. So guys, I really do appreciate y'all for being here tonight. Thank you for putting up with maybe a little bit of shaky technology, but I'm out in the middle of the sticks and on satellite internet, so sometimes that can be a whip. But let's get out there. Let's make this huge. Appreciate y'all for being here for 2 nights in a row for these calls. God bless, and y'all have a wonderful week and a very happy and safe July 4th. Take care, everybody. We'll see y'all later.